Hi, welcome to EV Kitchen, and once again I'm here. Today's a very, very special show. It is. It's very, not because I'm on it. No, it's not about me. This is about somebody else. But before we talk about this other person, what I'd like to do is I'd like you to, the usual, subscribe. Because if you don't subscribe, I don't know, something will happen. But we need you to subscribe.
You'll
because
cry.
we are growing and growing and growing. We're growing at a rate of about one a day, which is really terrific. Okay, so today we have a very special guest with us. Today we have Nerilyn. Nerilyn Lee, is one of the more chronologically advanced person in our church.
Aged is what he's trying to say.
Aged is not what we mean, but Nerilyn has been here for a long time and she's involved background with lots of different things. But especially today we want to talk about her ministry within the hospitality area of the church. Okay, you're going to hear a lot of click, click, click in the background.
And a lot of buzz, not the buzz between us.
No, definitely.
Buzz.
Well, there's a great buzz between us because we both serve the Lord, but you're going to hear a lot of clicking and buzzing. Okay, this is going to be really, it's not going to be annoying, but now listen for it. But now that I've said it, that's what you're going to listen for. Hi, Nerilyn.
Hi, how's it?
Good. How long have you been doing this? How long have you been in hospitality with church?
I don't know. I think from the beginning, I mean, even in Zimbabwe, we used to do morning tea things and, have special days when we could invite our friends as an outreach, as a ministry. So I won't tell you how old I am, but I probably will have been doing it for about 60 years.
Well, I'd hate to say this, but there's no EV in Zimbabwe. Actually, Nerilyn belonged to another church there. But that's okay. This is still God's church. So, Nerilyn, with EV, how long have you been with EV now?
EV, I've been for 26 years. They started up in the August and I joined in the November.
Wow.
96, I think it was.
Okay, and you've been doing hospitality in the church for how long?
So I started being part of the Summerfest when they started that, and part of Mary's group. We used to have a women's morning group, part of that.
Okay, wow, so it's been a long
It's been a long time.
So, but you work in basically two areas mainly now, don't you? What are the two areas that you're involved with the hospitality? I know you do
funerals and then staff lunches.
Staff lunches. Okay. So, why do you do it?
Well, staff lunches because the staff meet every week, and they were having chicken and salad rolls for 5 years or something like that. And
must have gotten pretty stale.
It must have been absolutely awful. And I think it was, I can't remember who it was, but they decided that actually it would be nice to make it a bit better. And it is a blessing because the staff bless us in so many ways. They work unendingly to bless us. So it's nice if we can actually bless them once a week with a half-decent, we hope it's half-decent meal, which is why I do it.
Oh, right. And what about funerals? Why do funerals interest you so much?
Funerals is amazing for two reasons. It's an amazing thing for the families that we are able to bless them at a time of real grief and whatever, that's one area that they don't have to worry about. And for the second reason is that so many funerals have families that are not saved. And when we cater nicely for a funeral, those families see us as a church family serving each other and being hospitable, which is just wonderful. And it is a real testimony to many.
And okay, we've got a lot of listeners out there. I think there's at least three. Okay, well, I know my wife listens. I know Isaac looks at it. So, yeah, look, we've got a few listeners out there. What sort of words of encouragement, why would you recommend that people should join hospitality, as a part of serving the church?
Look, especially in this church, there are so many food areas that we seemed to bless each other a lot by gathering together around food. The women's Bible studies have it. The once a month on Sundays we do food. So it's a huge area of need. And the second reason is that I think that everybody has to understand that anybody can do it. It's not a difficult thing. I'm not a chef. I've never been trained to cook. Do you know what I mean? I've just been a housewife that has enjoyed food. As you can see from my shape, I love food. So it's just anybody can do it. And if you have that attitude, you can come. Everybody makes mistakes. Even chefs make mistakes, you know.
Obviously.
You just add a bit more salt or sugar or whatever and make it right. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anybody can do it. And we have great camaraderie in the kitchen around it as we cook as well. Do you know? Especially Simon and me.
Okay, look, as you can see, I can safely say without giving away any dates that Nerilyn, as in her own statement, says she's over, well, she must be over 60 because she's been doing this for over 60 years. Now, but Nerilyn is one of our prime members in our church, and it's quite obviously she loves what she does. It's really important for us to keep this going because as the church grows, so does our need for volunteers to work in areas of of hospitality, especially in funerals, and serving our own, basically starting to serve our own staff. Because we're all going to get older, we're all going to have our time to meet the Lord, and I think it's a good transition, okay, for people to be able to move from one part of hospitality to another. And we are growing. We are growing incredibly at a very, very fast rate. And it's not about becoming more professional, but it's becoming more ministry work where we can actually serve each other and we can fellowship together around God's people and around God's word and around God's kitchen. Okay, so, well, I'm not going to give you my usual sign off. Okay, but all I can say is that Nerilyn is only one of many people who've been in this church for a long time doing hospitality. We need to keep the torch going, and we're looking forward to meeting up with some people. If you would like some more information, okay, please don't hesitate to contact the church, and somebody I'm sure will talk to you. Thank you and have a great day.